Welcome to the Full Tracy Money Audio Commentary. This is Owen Tracy recording, and it is 3:54 p.m. that is Central Time, and today is December 1st. Well, being the last month of the year and only 3 or 4 weeks left before the end of the year, there's a lot of people betting, or at least hoping, that we'll have a good-sized Santa Claus rally, and that is really going to be dependent on what asset class you're in, because we've had really significant volatility in the crypto markets over the last 24 hours. At one point, Bitcoin was down over $6,000, and it's closing out the day down about 4,700, so off the low, but not off the low in a particularly dynamic manner. And then Ethereum was down almost, not quite, but almost 10%. So $233 on a price of $27.89. So that's also feeding through into increasing volatility for the wider sector. And then on Wall Street, we had the Dow down about 388 points, the Nasdaq reasonably unchanged, still holding above the 25,000 level. But where we had some very spectacular bullish action was in silver, and that was up $1.26 and now trading at $58. So having got up to the $50 level, it paused for about a month and then has rocketed higher over the last two sessions. And that is despite the fact that gold prices were in negative territory today, down about $6. So also still holding above a key level like the 4,000 level. Now, oil prices today were in positive territory on the back of news that OPEC will limit some supply. And I think it's also rather interesting that European gas prices were negative. Natural gas in the USA was mildly positive, but definitely there's no shortage of gas in Europe at present, and it looks increasingly likely that the energy crisis, which has been such a feature of the landscape in Europe for the last 3 years, is certainly easing. So that's quite positive. Now, when we think about the wider markets out there, and it does look increasingly that any day where there's the possibility that there'll be weakness on Wall Street, China's markets tend to be a bit firmer. And that was the case today as well. Now, we also had some economic statistics today, and the ISM manufacturing index was down to 48.2. That's significantly below where the